ladies. Who all is here with me tonight? It's 9:15 p.m. here in Thailand, and I just wanted to pop in and say hello to everyone. Who all is here? Can I get a show of hands? I just got out of a consult with a lovely lady in España, Spain, and this client was referred to me by my former client and rural success story and happily married wife, mother. She is currently on maternity leave and is not taking any clients at this time, so she decided to refer her clients to me. Anyway, I received this consult request from, like I said, a lovely lady in Spain, and she is in a relationship with a man for 1 year and 1 month, but no ring. Now, my consultations are private and confidential, so I'm not going to divulge into all the details, but I wanted to impress upon her and all of you as well that she, like so many women, are, they believe that they are following the book strictly, and they find that they are not getting the results that they thought they would. And they really do believe that they are well studied, well read. I am following the rules strictly. This is what the book says. So I need to clarify some things for you. Now, for those of you who have been following me and coaching with me privately for a long time, you all know that I'm known for getting one thing, and that is helping clients get the ring. And it just so happens that my clients typically get a proposal in a year or less. And that wasn't my claim to fame. It just was a coincidence. It just happens that clients who work with me get the ring in less than a year. And it's because they follow my strict but successful dating plan. Within the first 3 months, they follow the rules strictly, according to my instructions. Now, there are subtle cues that a woman gives that will enable a man to fall in love with a woman based on her rules or non-rules behavior. But anyway, I want to get back to the book. A lot of women in Facebook groups, online forums, chats, Yahoo, rules boards, they think the books are all that you need. The books are already strict. Just follow the rules by the book as it is written. Now, there's something I have to tell you as someone who has lived, breathed, walked the walk as a happily married woman myself, success story myself, and also helping other women get to the altar as well. I have to tell you that the book is okay. It's good, but it's not as strict as consults. And women think, oh, well, some coaches say they're stricter than the books because they just want you to book consults. And, there's a difference between writing a bestseller. Are you still with me? Am I still here? My computer says I'm losing connection, so I'm being interrupted. Anyway, I asked Ellen and Sherry this point blank. I said, Ellen and Sherry, when you wrote the book, did you have the last word, or did the publisher decide that they had the last word? Because when you have a contract with a publisher, they're handing you a huge chunk of change to produce a product and meet a deadline. And whoever holds the purse strings holds the power. So as a publisher, they get to decide what goes in the book. Okay, Ellen and Sherry didn't quite write the books as strictly as they would like. And this is what Sherry told me. She said the publisher wanted it to be moderate for the masses. The truth is, Sherry herself only saw her husband twice a week. But the book says you can see a man 3 to 4 times a week by the third month. And again, that was something the publisher wanted to put in there because, again, they want it to be quote unquote moderate for the masses. They're trying to sell books, okay? And they felt like if they made it moderate, it would be more sellable, which is true. I mean, you want it to be, you want a product that sells, but that's different from getting bespoke, personalized, custom tailored coaching that gets results. So in their coaching, Ellen and Sherry, they can coach as strictly as they want, and they are told that they make miracles. And same thing with me is I don't have a publisher breathing down my neck, so I can be as strict as I want, and that's how my clients get results. So my client has gone through this through most of her life, or however long she is known of the rules. She thinks she's following the book strictly, but it's not perfect. It's not as strict as what we give in consultations. That's just a fact. There's a difference between selling a mass paperback product for the masses versus one-on-one personalized coaching. So there was this thing about taking 4-day trips. Now, 4-day trips is a long time to be giving a man. Basically, it's 4 consecutive days that he doesn't have to ask you in advance, and he's getting all of your time. And when you take trips, and I don't know how it is in other parts of the world, but I'm from the US, and to take time off to organize a holiday, you have to get permission, you have to get time off, you have to book, schedule, plan, pack. It's a lot of coordination. It's a lot of inconvenience to do this. So to give someone a 4-day holiday is a lot, okay? I call that husband privileges. So the book does say you can give a man a quick 2 to 3 day weekends. 4 is pushing the envelope. It might be because, well, you lose a day or 2 of traveling. You're commuting, getting there, and then you sleep, and so really 4 days is just really a 2-day trip. But anyway, the point is you don't want to give the guy the whole farm without the ring. All right, 4 days is a lot of time. And I'm not saying it's an absolute no, but in her situation, I would not have permitted a 4-day weekend given her circumstances, and especially several 4-day weekends without a ring. And there's other signs, like I said, in the relationship that for me would not permit me to allow a 4-day weekend if the man is not making romantic effort and showing serious intentions towards marriage. And I have a long list of litmus tests that I need to see from a man. And again, I'm not going to get into all the details because it's it's from a private consult. I'm just letting you know that when we coach clients, we want you to get results. We're not trying to sell a mass paper product written moderate for the masses. We want to help you get the ring because life is too short. And I believe that married life is the best life, is the ideal life. And because it is the ideal life, it is something we should strive to have as soon as possible, not wait. And the reason why all my clients who happen to work with me have gotten a proposal in a year or less is that they met the right man, a willing man who has no baggage, no obstacles, no objections. There was no hesitation. So when you find the right person and you're compatible, there's chemistry and there's this mutual understanding. You want to be with that person and start that life as soon as possible, not wait. Again, once you meet the right person, there's no hesitation. There's a pushing forward. There's a gripping sense of urgency, like life or death. When a man finds his dream woman, he wants to be with her and to have her in his life forever, for the rest of his life. And he is going to be quite eager to take her off the market just because he wants her. And it's not because he's so afraid that someone else will take her. I mean, that too. Now, that's a different strategy altogether. Other coaches are coaching to do keep dating non-exclusively until you get the ring. That's forcing a man to value you by creating this false sense of competition or false sense of demand, like, oh, you can't get me, I'm going to date other guys, so that you will be forced to compete with all these other guys who are asking me out. Another client of mine sent me an article by another non-rules dating coach who supposedly coaches client to get the ring by refusing exclusivity until a proposal. I have never done that. I've never had to tell a guy I'm going to date openly and not exclusively until I get the ring. All the guys I dated, including my husband, when they saw me, they wanted to date me, only me, and I didn't have to force a competition for them to desire me. They just wanted me because they wanted me, period. I don't have to create this artificial sense of urgency that you have to propose or else I'm still on the market and dating these other guys. I can see how that strategy works with other women, but to me, that's a struggle relationship. It seems like that coach struggled. I didn't struggle. If you want to work with someone who struggled, that's your prerogative, but I didn't struggle. To me, love shouldn't have to hurt. Dating doesn't have to be difficult. And getting a proposal shouldn't be a struggle. You are the prize. You are the diamond, the jewel. It should be his pleasure, his privilege to have you. And it should be a man who is willingly, happily will commit and derive great joy in pursuing you, working hard to get you, the ring, the proposal. You should give him this great sense of pride, regardless of whether other women existed. And once he sees you, no other women exist. And again, this whole thing about duty dating, I can see how some women might need to do that if they're the type that gets hung up on a particular man that isn't crazy about her. She has to force herself to duty date so that she doesn't get too attached. I'm not the kind of woman that gets that attached. I'm not that impressed with guys unless if they really muscle up. I mean, a guy has to be really exceptional to get my attention. But anyway, there's a lot that I want to share with you, but I want to invite you to book a consultation to share with me your dating questions, your concerns. I went through her inventory list of questions, see what rules she did or broke. And there were several rules from the very beginning. One would be showing any sign of interest. In the beginning, you don't want to show how interested you are. If you do, it removes the challenge. And it doesn't allow him to value you because men don't value what they don't have to work hard for. Such as, I'll just give you one example. When a man asks you out on a date, you can thank him after the date that you had a good time, but you don't need to text him afterward to thank him. It's his pleasure. It's his privilege to have you. You are the prize jewel. He should be grateful for a minute of your time. And in this case, or even if a friend introduced you, I wouldn't discuss any of your feelings with your friend, because whatever you tell your friend, it's going to be a megaphone to the guy. So if you thought he was nice, well, your friend is probably going to tell him, oh, she thinks you're a stud. She wants you bad, something like that. So I would never, ever, ever tell your friend how interested you are. I would just seem unimpressed. I would just be vague and mysterious. I would just zip it. It's better to not say too much and let them wonder. Let them wonder how you feel. They need to work for it. They need to work for your attention, admiration, approval, your love, and your time. You're valuable. You are important. Your love, time, energy, and attention needs to be earned. Anyway, I didn't mean to speak that long. I just wanted to give you some tips on how I coach. And we are stricter than the books. The books, if you have nothing else, the books are good. It's better than nothing. Okay. Some women are seeing men every single day. So if you're reducing it to 3 days a week, that's better than every day. But still, Sherry herself didn't see her husband more than twice a week. Me, I only saw my husband on the weekends every other week. So he would come Friday night and leave Sunday afternoon, and it was every other week. So it was just a couple of days. And the rest of the week, we wouldn't see each other. And for a long time, it was twice a month, so every other week. Because anyway, that's all I have to say. If you are interested in more tips on distinctions between coaching and the books and why it's different, why we get results quicker and faster, then I invite you to work with me. If you would like me to share my knowledge and secrets, I'm happy to do that. You can book through my website at www.kimdatingcoach.com. Have a great day. Thanks for being here with me. Bye.